Okay, I want you to just stop and think for a second. Really think about it. Who is your absolutely biggest opponent in life? Like when you're looking at the obstacles standing between you and the life you actually want to build, who do you picture? We usually imagine it's a competitor in the market, or maybe a really difficult boss, or even just the overall economy. But what if I told you that you are looking in the completely wrong direction?
Because here's the stark, undeniable truth. Your greatest adversary, they don't step into a ring with you. They're not competing with you for that promotion at work. No, your biggest enemy shares a pillow with you every single night. It's your own mind. We are literally in a constant, silent battle against ourselves. And today, we're going to expose exactly how this internal enemy operates and, way more importantly, how you can actually defeat it.
Welcome to This Explainer, Escaping Average, the Anatomy of Focus. Today, we're deconstructing the biological traps of comfort, the hidden costs of mediocrity, and how to weaponize your focus so you can break entirely free from the average. This isn't just about grinding or working harder. It's about fundamentally rewiring how you perceive comfort, fear, and attention. Section 1. Your biggest enemy. Let's look at the biological battlefield.
If you strip away all the modern self-help myths, you're just left with pure biology. Did you know your brain uses something like 20% of your body's energy just to function? Seriously. Because of that huge energy drain, it acts as this super primitive survival mechanism designed for 3 specific things: save energy, avoid danger, and seek immediate pleasure. It wants you on the couch because to your ancient DNA, the couch means you're safe from predators. But here's the kicker. In the modern world, that biological safety, it's the absolute graveyard of your dreams.
So when you actually decide to change your life, your mind sabotages you, but it does it so subtly. It never just comes out and says, "Hey, I'm weak." Instead, it says, "Well, you worked hard today, you're pretty tired, you definitely deserve a rest." It uses this incredibly convincing voice of reason to justify your hesitation. And this brilliantly illustrates the danger here. Every single excuse you accept is a literal victory you hand right over to your worst enemy. Remember, you are negotiating with a biological machine that is wired to keep you small and safe. Section 2. The illusion of safety. This biological need for safety actually tricks us into the most dangerous trap of them all. You see, most people are absolutely terrified of absolute failure. They are petrified of hitting rock bottom. But the true danger isn't rock bottom. The real danger is the middle of the road. Think about it. Rock bottom is sharp. It hurts, but it forces you to wake up and change. The middle, however? Well, the middle is this warm, comfortable illusion. It's a just okay life, an okay body, sufficient effort. Mediocrity is incredibly seductive exactly because it doesn't hurt. It just acts like this slow anesthetic, completely numbing you, while the years pass by and your true potential quietly rots away. So how do we actually break out of this warm, numbing middle? We have to drastically reinterpret our internal signals. Normally, we treat fear or those butterflies in your stomach or any feeling of discomfort as these massive red stop signs. But the absolutely crucial point here is that they aren't warnings to stop. Actually, scratch that. Fear isn't a stop sign at all. It's a compass. It is pointing exactly to the direction where you most need to grow. If an opportunity scares you, if it makes you uncomfortable, well, that's the exact coordinate of your next level. We've got to stop negotiating with the alarm clock and start stepping right into that discomfort. Section 3. The cost of mediocrity. Because if you do decide to stay in that warm, comfortable middle, there is a massive bill waiting for you. The thing is, the cost of being average is rarely paid today. Today, you just get to enjoy the comfort. But fast forward 5 years, that comfort turns into stagnation. 10 years out, it turns into deep, persistent doubt. And 20 years from now, that bill is paid in full through heavy, crushing regret. Being average literally means you do what everyone else does, you rest like everyone else rests, and as a direct consequence, you get the exact same unremarkable results everyone else gets. You really have to look around and ask yourself, do you truly want what the masses have? Accepting average is essentially signing a binding contract for insignificance. And the ultimate penalty is this haunting, silent question that will just echo in your mind decades from now. Who would I have become if I had gone all the way? Now, excellence is expensive for sure. It requires sweat, a lot of isolation, and often being totally misunderstood by the people around you. But mediocrity costs so much more. It costs you your very identity. It literally costs you the pride of looking in the mirror and knowing you actually lived, rather than just surviving another day. Section 4. The Anatomy of Focus. This is the definitive surgical solution to escaping the middle once and for all. A lot of people think focus is all about what you're looking at. They think it's about staring really, really hard at a vision board or a goal. But they are completely wrong. Focus isn't just looking at your objective, it is the surgical, ruthless ability to say no. And I'm not just talking about saying no to obvious, terrible distractions. That part's easy. The true test of focus is having the raw discipline to say no to 1,000 other really good things so you can finally say yes to the one thing that is truly excellent. We are currently living through a silent, invisible war. It's happening right now, all around us. And the ultimate prize in this war, it's your mind. In our modern world of just endless noise, your attention is your absolutely most valuable currency. It's not your money, it's your focus. And right now, as we speak, there are countless forces trying to bankrupt you.
Let's look at what's actually draining your account on a daily basis. Every single notification on your phone, every pointless conversation, every purposeless video you scroll through, every proposal that's merely interesting rather than essential, and every secondary social event you attend just out of obligation, these are all literal withdrawals from your bank account of time and attention. Guarding this mental space often requires a heavy level of isolation. You have to be totally willing to be seen by others as obsessed or antisocial. But remember, people who don't know where they're going will always try to drag you along with them. If it doesn't bring you closer to your purpose, it is just noise.
Section 5. Choose your hard. Because ultimately, the whole shebang comes down to a definitive choice you have to make about your future.
Look, life is going to be difficult no matter what path you take. You simply have to pick your flavor of difficulty. On one side, you have the heart of training, of depriving yourself, of waking up super early and facing that discomfort head on. On the flip side, you have the excruciating hard of looking back and knowing you were nothing more than an extra in your own story. Both paths hurt, but one leads to excellence and the other leads straight to an anesthetic mediocrity. You've got to step out of the middle, because real life only happens at the extremes. The anatomy of focus is really just about cutting away the excess. It's about protecting your mental space as if your life depends on it. Because, quite honestly, it does. You are the exact sum of what you concentrate on. So you have to be completely ruthless with your time. Close the unnecessary tabs in your brain, shut down the external noise, pick your target, and aggressively ignore the rest of the world. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Your brain naturally wants you on the couch. Society wants you safely in the middle, quietly paying the cost of average. The whole system is literally designed to keep you numb, distracted, and perfectly mediocre. So the only question left is this. Will you accept that average, or will you seize control of your attention and become the glitch in the system? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and until next time, keep your focus sharp.